Hey friend, welcome to day 5 of feeding our Cinderella all-purpose starter. She, if you've missed any of the others, she was a 7-day-old whole wheat starter, sourdough starter. And then on day 8, we started feeding her all-purpose flour instead. So this is her journey now. So we're going to see the reasoning, because all-purpose is just a little more accessible for some people and it's usually more affordable. So we're just going to test this out. We're just all about experimenting here. So here is where we are, and I think, I don't know if you can kind of see it raised, see that little where it kind of raised up and then come back down. So I wouldn't say quite double, it just raised and came back down. So I'm not sure how we're gonna go with this, but we'll see. Oh yeah, it definitely smells different than it did yesterday. It's like well, maybe I think it was like a gym yesterday, and now it's a very strong, just sweaty smelling. Not a bad, I mean, not something you'd want to, like, you know, just smell all the time, but not like rancid smell, just a unpleasant kind of. But anyway, she has a lot of bubbles. I don't know how if y'all can see, we have bubbles happening, so we'll take it. And she's very thin. See how thin? So I don't know, but what we're going to do, we're not changing, like, hang on, not really. I can hear a little, but where it's so thin, and I don't think I don't know the word, the consistency, I guess, is thick enough, strong enough, it's not stringy, so you can't really hear the little bonds breaking. But oh yeah, there's like a lot of bubbles. Yeah, that's very exciting. But anyway, we're going to discard about half, and then we're going to feed 40 grams all-purpose flour, 40 grams water. So let's go ahead, and I think actually I'm going to be able to just pour this. So we're just going to do that. And my little garbage bag being close by, oh, it's amazing. It's actually just like a grocery bag with a paper towel in it, so it can absorb some of this, but it makes this a lot easier. Okay, so here we have, let's see, it's actually falling down pretty quick, like, okay, so you can kind of see the consistency. Sorry, I was out of the front, but you can see there, it's like a custard kind of, but whenever you scrape, it runs and drips down the side. What does that mean? I have absolutely no idea, but I'm seeing it, so I want y'all to see it. And this jar is, I say this about this jar, it's probably not the best jar because I can't get like up in the top very well, but it's what we're going to use because I don't have a lot of just regular straight-sided jars laying around. So I actually discarded more than half, but it's okay. So we are, well, no, that's about right, I guess. We're about right there. So, and we're still tossing the discard because in some, I've seen that it's okay to start using it for discard recipes. It just won't rise real well, but there is the possibility that it could make you sick, and that is not the goal. So we're just going to toss it until we are 100% sure that everything is okay. But the reason that I've decided to up the feed, we're keeping the water to flour ratio the same, but just increasing it a little because I would really, really, really like to just do kind of a test run, and we're coming into the weekend, so I want to see if maybe we could do one in the next couple of days. I don't know. We're just going to see, play it by ear, how this goes. So let's get this baby fed. Here, and this is my garbage bag. So that just kind of makes it, I don't know, just a little more convenient. It's like a garbage bowl when you're cooking, you know, you peel your vegetables and put, anyway. Okay. So yeah, we're already like, let me see if I can show you this. We're already like, there's bubbles already. So I'm so excited. Okay. So let's do 40 of our all-purpose flour. And like, I actually bought some more all-purpose flour today, and it's about half price of what the whole wheat flour is. So that was another reason why I wanted to do this, just to see. And I also, I also want to see if there's any kind of taste difference, because at some point when we've, you know, discarded and all that stuff, I'd say the whole wheat will just be gone out of this one, I would imagine. I don't really know how that works, so we're just learning and experimenting as we go. And I would say that when this whole idea was born, that our ancestors used whatever kind of flour they could get a hold of. So now we just have the luxury of being a little picky. It still kind of blows my mind how they came up with just these ideas. That was awesome. How they came up with these ideas of how to do things, and it worked. And here, I actually don't know how many years sourdough's been around, but that's something I would like to look into, because I'm interested in like the geeky side of it. Like, what made somebody think, hey, if I put flour in water and it does this, then, you know, this is going to make this happen. Okay, so anyway, on to my 40 ounces of water, or 40 grams, not ounces. Oh, 41. We will take it. Okay, so let me set this over to the side, and I've got a little happening up there at the top, but we're going to stir this around and just make sure that all of the flour gets good and wet, so there's no little dry pieces in there. And I'm going to try to smush down the sides as much as we can. This one has, well, actually, whenever we get to day 14, I'll do like a side-by-side comparison of this one and the other one, so you don't have to go back and forth between the two videos, and I'll show you kind of the difference of how those look, because I'm very excited to see it myself. And another thing, we didn't, like, you know, change a big major thing. I'm going to just scrape down the sides of this, but I keep a calendar planner that just for the feedings, so that way I know if I did this, if I started this one on this day, how much I fed, how much, you know, the water was, that kind of thing. I usually just do like the average, like if I were to get, you know, 41 grams of flour and 39 grams of water, I'll just put 40, you know, so I'm not getting like super stickler on it, but I just like to have an idea as to what I've done on what day and kind of how it reacted, that stuff. So it's kind of like my little sourdough journal, I guess, because whenever we start baking, I think it's important to just kind of make notes, especially depending on where you live, how, you know, hot your oven gets, what you're baking in, all those different factors come into play. That way you can just kind of see what works and what not so much. So I'm going to just kind of smush this down as much as I can around the edges, and then I'm going to clean the top of this up, but we are actually about right to that line, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave that. I'm going to clean up this jar, put the cap on, and we'll see you tomorrow.